5.
2, 1, and it's 8:15. Good evening, everybody, and welcome along to Sportscast Northeast Sports with Bradley Young, who is your host, and Fez,
The co-host.
Good evening,
Right.
Fez.
It's going to be a very short live tonight, guys. I do apologise. This is because you don't want to be hearing us talking about a load of shite.
No.
So, let's just get to it. Sunderland played at the Amex against Brighton and Hove Albion on Saturday just gone. What a game it was, Brad. What a game.
It was.
I think we saw where our weaknesses was there in that game now, where we showed it against Newcastle, but I think our heads were quite closer just winning the game. We didn't see our issue. Where our issue in that game was our attacking third. Our defensive platform is amazing.
It is.
In the midfield, it's all right as well. But going forward was a bit of an issue. But speaking about going forward, Simon Adingra started this weekend and he looked good. He was very direct in everything. Brad, anything to add?
Like I said, I've said weeks and weeks ago when I said Simon Adingra either needs to start or be on the bench, and to be honest, I was right again. Proved it this weekend.
Then we also shocked seeing on the right wing was Chris Rigg.
That was a shocker to see.
I actually was very shocked about that because I wasn't expecting seeing that.
Nah, neither was I.
But again, we still saw Enzo Fair playing as at number 10 still, which was quite good. I'm happy with that. Then obviously you had the other midfield was Shaka and who else was it?
Shaka and who else was it? Shaka, Liffey, and who else was it?
Gutrida.
Yeah, Gutrida played in the midfield as well.
He didn't start though, didn't he?
No, he didn't. No, he did. He started this weekend. 100% he started.
I was trying to get head round it, but again, it showed like how our team lined up really well. Yes, he did. Hello, Lauren Kenny. I lovely to see one of our mods is in the chat today. And also, as well, in the comments, we've seen Jacobs on there. And Paul Wilson saying, hello, lads, and Merry Christmas.
Oh, sorry, I didn't read your comment, Paul, but yeah, hello, lads, and Merry Christmas. Yes, just to let you know, guys, before we do actually get more into the stream, this is our last stream of 2025. So...
Wait a second, is it?
Hold on, no, it's not. Because we're going to do the Leeds game after.
Yeah, then the preview of City as well. Yeah. So, guys, he's getting it wrong again.
I got myself too far ahead of myself.
But I might not be on with that, depending on work, but I will have a solid guest coming on to help with Brad.
Great, that's good. I thought Brighton was a solid point, to be fair. No, we got Leeds home and City at home. Yeah, I've already know that.
2 back-to-back home games as well. Just I think after that Brighton game, it's a long travel for the fans. And speaking about that game and the fans, watching it on TV, and I see some issues with this. I don't know if anyone else has. Some of the fans not making much noise. We did when we played good when we had the ball, but there's nothing off the ball to motivate the players and motivate the lads.
Lauren Kelly says to go to both of those games. To be honest, I don't go to New Year's Day games because to spend New Year's Day with my family. That's part of family for that one. But
more than likely I'll be at work. And also it's hard work getting tickets for the general public person.
But Leeds United, I'll definitely be going 100%.
Alright, boys.
Yeah, in the chat. Oh, good evening. Alright, boys. Yeah.
But anyways, going back to this game against Brighton now, what we did really wrong was I thought we should have started Isidore instead of Bobby this game. Because again, we saw Bobby is a good solid centre forward who holds the ball. But his movement was so slow. And I think our attacking build-ups at times were going side to side for the forward. Then his backside was then his backwards again. We need to be able to push forward.
I'll be at the home games against Leeds and Man City, then I'll be away at Everton in the Cup. Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
So, Brad, what do you think about the tactics that we've been doing against Brighton? And do you think anything was good? Anything these areas for improvement?
To be honest, what we said before the live, I think our front three need to try and score somehow. Like the final third just looks lacking at the moment.
The final third, the problem is they're not taking risks, Brad. They're not taking risks.
Nope.
When you get that ball and you push forward, your eye is for goal, not to go backwards.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to say at least as our centre forward is only 5'11".
Yeah.
It's quite big, stocky build. Brilliant for hold up. Brilliant. We'll get them goals, mate. He's only scored 2 goals. It's coming up to what? January. It's nearly January now. Only 2 goals scored for him. Then you got Wilson to know who scored what? 6 goals. That's 8 goals between 2 strikers. And this is where people's question Sunderland's form after Christmas or this month alone, if we're going to be hit with a stumble block. And I actually see it happening.
Yep. Let's have a look at some more comments. Paul says we'll be going to both of those home games. Keisha Cameron Jude says, as well as I'll be at Tottenham and Brentford and London, staying away for 4 days. Interesting.
Enjoy.
Also, on her verdict of Brighton, she says, Brighton was so good against us in the second half. When I was at the game on Saturday, their ground was really nice. Well, to be honest, I thought Brighton did have most of the ball second half. I did.
I think it was a bit more. Brighton didn't really have much to do. The problem where this is again where I think where you look at people who's went to the game and said that, and then got people on there. You're watching the telly. Sunderland predominantly were the dominant side. Regardless, the team that looked threatening was Brighton, but we dominated in possession. But for us to execute, we've got to get that attacking third. Brighton started coming into their game. They had a good 20-minute spell. Like what Newcastle did against us, a good 20-minute spell. That's probably within the last 20 minutes between 70th and 90th minute. Regardless of that, Sunderland was hands down on top.
Yeah.
But what we are killing at is going forward and also as well. I'm going to question this. Robin Roofs, what the hell were you playing at? Amount of times he's booted the ball anywhere and just went straight to a Brighton player. And all that. And again, it happened when a Brighton goalkeeper done that for Bruggen. He booted the ball out to our player. He was off his line. Why do we not take them shots like what happened against Roofs? I don't know, but instead we play the ball wide and you're going, how man? Take that risk.
But I tell you what, it's good at our tactics at the moment, our defensive platform. I think it's really, really good.
Yeah, but you don't win games on defense. You really don't. You can consolidate draws and you can stabilize a good performance with defending, but you win by a goal. You can't win on 0-0.
No.
You can't win on 0-0. You know that.
Like this comment here coming from Acacia. Dan Ballard again, man, jeez, he's on fire, too good this season. I actually agree with you. It's been a colossus at the back.
Dan Ballard, it's not just Dan Ballard, it's a full back line itself. They work really well together. And that's what's making Dan Ballard look great. It makes what everyone else look good.
A point of Brighton is good. Hopefully we'll get something next Sunday. Well, let's hope so, because Leeds have been picking up some good form as well, but we'll go into that after.
And that's what I'm worried about, is when we look at our form now. We went from beating West Ham 3-0 to winning teams only by 1 or 2 goals. And we're not killing these teams off.
Nope.
And we need to start getting the threat on now. We need to get our wingers to start taking chances. We need to get people direct.
Just to let you know, lads, you know as well, there's 3 players on 3 yellow cards, including the entry of human Enzo Lefebvre. Oh, yeah.
Not just them two. Not just them two. There's also Dan Ballard.
So them two got to be careful.
Ballard's got to be careful because he's been booked the yellow last game as well.
Yep. So they're on tight ropes.
And again, Sunderland's depth. I'm going to mention this because our team of the weekend just gone. Is our depth still good enough to compete at this level? And you got some of our key instrumental players out.
So what? Sorry, wait. What did you say?
Is our bench good enough for stepping into games like these? Then at the moment with players out, because I told Diarra, come on, Diarra looked great, but he's straight away back at AFCON now. So again, we're completely left buggered with the midfield options. Do we see Dan Neil in there? That's the guy who's off in January. Dan Neil, by the way. Then we've got Serkin on the bench, who's another guy who's off in January. Pat said maybe he's off. What are we doing with our squad? as a whole.
Mienda
Might be getting loaned out, and another guy's on the bench. Again, he doesn't get much run out.
No.
He was complaining, when you see Mienda. If our manager says he's not ready yet, loan him out. We should have done that way before the season started. To dip his morale a bit.
Exactly.
Like this energy about it. So,
what's this? A lot of people thought Ballard was suspended, but no, only 2 yellow cards this year, says Paul. We are still staying up. Definitely, 100%. I think we're going to stay up now.
Man, I'm saying this now, right? Beginning of the season, after this game, Sunderland is still in the top 8.
Yeah.
That's still a shock. That's still a shock to the Premier League system. And we're coming into the next game now where we need to keep the momentum going a bit. But we need to take chances. And we need to do the right rotation. Not just add an extra defender on or add an extra midfielder on. If you're going to put Isidore on, and if you see Brobby need that little bit of help, put Isidore up with him in a 4-4-2. And Reggie has already said he's only admitting to using that at some point in the season.
And I would.
Why not use it? Why not use it when Brobby's on? So he's got someone else to play the ball off to. Well, we've got no Siddiqui out in Habib Diarra. Why not get Rig, Dingra, and then who else on the wing? Mundle. Rig and Shaka in the middle. Then up top, Isidore and, Brobby.
Yeah.
4-4-2. And then, the back line, solid 4 back. Katrina on the bench, coming up, making an impact as a sub.
Yeah.
Maybe. And again, that's a guy who I want us to sign in a thing. But instead of doing match ratings, Brad, because obviously timing and all that for the live today, who do you see your man of the match is and why?
Bloody hell. I've got a couple of players, but I've got a couple of players in my mind who I thought was good that match, to be honest. I'm trying to think of one standout performer who actually played tremendously. The other two I've got in my head. Maybe Stan Ballard. I thought Ballard was quite good on Saturday. Obviously, what Paul says, not suspended this year, like he said, but the reason why I think Dan Ballard was good this weekend was he was taking risks. Obviously, a striker doesn't take risks. Our strike force doesn't take risks, like you said before. But obviously, as a defender, you've got to try and take risks, obviously, because what about if one of their strikers is coming through, and if you're not going to stop that ball, they could go and score. So, if I'm correct, if we beat Leeds and Villa beat Chelsea, we will be in the top 5 come New Year's Day.
Yeah, that's right.
That'd be brilliant, that. But yeah, my reason why is I think he's just rock solid at the back as well. That's another reason why.
I would say this: if Dingra had more run out, I would have said him man of the match. Because of his directness. But for me, like you said, defense has been solid. I'm going to have to say Alderete still needs everything for improvement. Our left back was Hume.
Was Hume at left back and Mukiele at right back still?
I'm going to say this right. Mukiele was brilliant.
He was
my man of the match.
Yet again.
He was my man of the match, and he causes issues at that back. Causes issues for the wingers.
He's a really good player. Really good player.
He's a versatile defender. He's 6'2".
Yep.
You don't get much of that these days.
Plus, he's had experience at PSG and stuff like that.
100%.
Yeah.
And obviously, with players like them, when we're coming up against the team we were coming up against, on the 28th, Leeds, a team who's been doing a similar bit of recruitment, but they've had a bit of a struggling start. But I'm starting to hit home. That's why I'm a bit worried now how we're going to respond to teams like these. Because Leeds, has been scoring goals with Calvert-Lewin. Yeah. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Then you go, well, where's Calvert-Lewin? Calvert-Lewin's a goal scorer this season.
Exactly.
When people, I suggested Calvert-Lewin to a couple of people like Paul and that. And they said, no, he's not good enough for Everton, man. Look at a former side, a new season, a new start. You never write anyone off.
Who knows?
Calvert-Lewin scored more goals than Isidore.
Oh, wow.
So that's why we say our top goal scorer is getting beaten by Leeds centre forward. And it goes tally at the moment. Danny Welbeck is beating him.
Wow.
This is a young lad, Isidore, who should be scoring goals. Probably should be doing it, 100%. And bear in mind, last season, I'm going to have to quote this from someone. Last season, Robbie only scored 2 goals all season for Ajax.
Yeah.
So far, he scored 2 goals before Christmas. Again, if he gets a double of that, 4 goals in 1 year, that's not worth the value than what we paid for him. He's way below the standard on par. So that's when you think, oh, we lost a lot of money on that.
Yeah.
It's good to praise these players coming in. Oh, it's exciting. Are they going to keep? Are they going to continue and continue? No chance. No chance, bro.
No.
But anyways, I think the Brighton summary was pretty much summed up because there wasn't much going forward. There wasn't really out exciting about the game. Really, what you say?
Pretty much deep dive straight into the player ratings now if you want.
I think we're just going to don't skip the player ratings. Let's talk about the next game because we already mentioned our man of the match. So you can imagine.
I suppose we could. I suppose we could for this time. Yeah, I suppose we could just skip on the Leeds. I suppose.
Yeah, because obviously with time management, obviously we started a bit later than what we should.
29. Yeah. We'll start talking about Leeds.
Yeah. But anyways, we are playing against Leeds next game on the 28th, 2 days after Boxing Day, 3 days after Christmas. A tough game.
Yeah. Case says hopefully we'll get beat. Hopefully we'll beat Man City. But I'm absolutely bricking it when we're playing because we're playing away and got battered. Listen, our home form we've been unbeaten, but let's take one game at a time, shall we?
Because we've got 2 home games off the belt. And just think, the spare days and gaps in between is only 3 days.
Also 2 Sunderland score predictions coming in already. Don't forget to mention what I sent you, Lee.
Yeah, we're ready to have a mention about Masuaku. That's coming up later in the life. There will be a bit of a transfer roundup, contract talks and all that. I will mention this after we talk about Leeds. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're coming into playing against Leeds United, team who's just started to get good results recently, and they came off with a decent result against City. And Calvert-Lewin scoring. Is he their goal threat, Brad?
You never know with him, probably. Yeah.
Well, he's one of the outstanding players in their team, and then they've got some really skillful players on their side.
You've got
do you know what, right? They got solid defender in Anton Stach, the German bloke who plays centre defensive midfield, centre half. He's a guy you cannot, just stand against as a striker. You got to beat him, otherwise you're done. And again, they got a good goalkeeper, Lucas Perry, Brazilian national goalkeeper, second choice, third choice keeper, cracking goalie. That's something that we've got to come up against. Who would you play in that game then, Brad? Like, would you do any changes to that squad?
To be honest, against Leeds, obviously Diarra's went off, like you mentioned before. I think I'll definitely play him again next game against Leeds. Definitely play Dingra.
You got him. Probably Mundo.
100%. Mundo probably, 100%. Obviously Granit Xhaka, obviously leading captain. Obviously play him as one all.
The question mark is, who do you play, Rig O'Neill, in that midfield slot?
To be honest, I would give Dan Neil. I would give Dan Neil a shot
against Leeds.
Give him a goal, and obviously against it.
I think we should play Daniel over Rig, get Rig some resting time, get him off the bench.
Squad rotation as well, because we've got 2 games in 3 days. Rotate the squad a little bit as well.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, guys, in the comments, I'm going to say this to anyone, to say the name Neil Ulrich, who would you rather start against Leeds on Sunday?
Yeah.
But, anyways, getting back into talking about it. So, again, would you change the formation at all then, Brad?
Regis won't start Daniel. He's not in Regis Labrese's plans. Okay, yes, he is.
Regis Labrie has nothing to say about the players.
Well,
Regis Labrie doesn't say that his Daniel's not in the plans because he's still in the squad sheet and rotation sheet.
if
If he wasn't in the
Daniel,
plans, he would be on the team sheets.
yeah,
He will
exactly.
be used. He just renews the contract, and that's all it is. If we could get a new contract for Daniel, great. But I don't think it will.
Yeah.
Because the contract's playing hardball.
Mhm.
And again, there's nothing wrong with Daniel playing.
No.
And obviously, Rig, again, a young lad. I love seeing him play.
I love
He's
Chrissy
only,
Rig.
he's only 18.
18 man, Premier League, bloody hell.
But but we're coming up there. I think we should be playing a 4-4-2. Probably needs to do it together. And again, unchanged back line, maybe. Hume's still at that left back.
Yeah.
Alderete, Ballard, McKellar, Roos in goal.
Yeah.
Midfield, a full midfield of Neil, Shaka. On the wide right, I'll put a Dinger wide left, Mundle. Up top, Isidore and Robbie. That's arguably probably hands down the strongest side we could put out at this rate.
It's quite strong, that.
And it's not the best, don't get us wrong, it's not the best. But it'll do the job.
Yeah.
Actually, I missed out someone, Lefay.
Oh, Lefay?
Maybe I'll put him Lefay in that wide left then and keep Mundle on the bench.
I would start. That's not a bad shout either. I would start Circuit in this game. Give him some game time.
Actually, I would give him some game time. I'll put him on for Trey Hume when things start getting all frustration and wound up for each other. Because I can say against these, when players are going to get frustrated.
But you know what I would do if Gatrouda was playing right back? I would take off Gatrouda, bring on Cirkin. Cirkin goes left back, Hume goes right back.
Well, Gatrouda didn't play right back last game. If you notice, it was Mukiele.
Oh, he was playing in the middle, wasn't he?
Yeah. Gatrouda's playing in the midfield, yeah.
Yeah, in the middle. Yeah.
As that number 6 midfielder. And Shaka was pushing a bit more forward. Right, I'm going to actually say this before we do. Do you think Leeds, do we need to start seeing Shaka pushing forward a bit more and start taking a bit more risk?
100%. 100%. Yes.
I love the bloke. I love him as a captain. Great leadership, but he's got to take chances. So, yeah. And then, once we get everything full swing and then our place is back from AFCON, who knows? But while we're talking about AFCON, before I do any sort of transfer round and contract roundup, because that'll be when it turns 2040 and before it's quarter two. AFCON, guys, I'm one of them people where I don't believe in AFCON. I think AFCON's a crap tournament for the players to leave midway to. But we want to see them do well in it. Tonight, Morocco's plays. Talby's on the bench. And as well, we want to see everyone do well in the AFCON, representing the Sunderland badge. All Sunderland lads, every Sunderland fan should really get back watching AFCON and backing our lads and see them do well. And hopefully, pray to God, while they're out there, no injuries.
No.
And then after that, they come back. And if they come back healthy, we've got a very, very, very tough side.
Definitely. Come back February time, don't they? So, end of January.
Yeah, they come end of January. It depends on when they get eliminated out of the tournament. Because I think there's a game on every day. Then it's the knockouts, quarterfinal, semi-final, final. Still. And I think we're going to see Ronaldo back sooner than what we think. Because more than he's downside.
So, all these teams who get knocked out, can the players come straight back and play for, obviously?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Come straight back. So I think Ronaldo will be the first one back of all of them. Because his nationality team's not as great as what the other ones are.
I think Congo's got a good shout to win AFCON this season.
Yeah, they do, and so does Senegal, but, we all know that. But anyways, guys, it's coming up to that time. I'm going to talk about transfers, talk about speculations, talk about contracts and paper talk. This week it came out on The Sun and then report on the Sunderland Echo and everything. Sunderland speculated with the winger. Again, the same winger that were linked with full summer during the summer. Armand Laurent, a 6'1" left winger. At Sassuolo this season, he's been doing well, but his head's been up in the clouds a bit with the contract. He's seen as a bit of a bad boy image, but he's a good player, and he plays on that wide left. So that's one person I've been heavily speculated with. And also as well, player access has been confirmed of Dan Neil getting interest from Coventry and Roma. Coventry is persuaded to be a loan to a buy, and Roma is looking to be a £12.5 million bid. And also as well, Dennis Serkin is getting interest from a return to Tottenham, and also interest from West Ham. God knows what's going to happen from that, but Sunderland can bank profit on that. Eliza Mienda eyed by 7 championship clubs, 7, including last season's playoff finalists, Sheffield United, looking at me, Eliza Mienda. Hope it doesn't go there, because that was backwards move completely, because then the bottom half. Then we also say Patson might be going out on loan. So areas for improvements from our squad that we mentioned before, Brad, about the striker scenario. There's nothing really been chased up about strikers yet. Armand Laurenti has been mentioned. Matteo Guendouzi. There was paper talk of Santiago Jimenez, confirmed by Romano. Is not true. And goalkeeper issues with the possible passing going out on loan. We could be seeing Matty Young coming back and being the backup goalkeeper.
Wow.
But as much as what's being said, nothing's fully confirmed yet. Regis wants 4 new players. However, we could be getting 6. Yeah, because we could be looking.
I said this to be made. Lewis has no chance we'll get Mienda at United. We're hopefully looking at different players anyways.
But anyways, away from what Kirsten said there, we are looking at possibly signing Katrina on a permanent, activating his permanent part of his contract with his loan, with the fee of £13.5 million. Is that a bargain, Brad?
To be honest, can we actually sign this lad up in January? If we could.
I think we could. I think it's a similar contract to what Isidore had. So it's exactly what we could do, buy off straight away.
Hands off, bargain deal. Sign him up, that lad is absolutely talented.
Yeah. It's 100% a deal. But then also as well, paper talk as much as it is. But Sunderland are looking at a 15-year-old Argentinian young prospect for the academy. But the academy player who's been linked to join us is worth £88 million. Coming from the next gen Argentinian league, and also being heavily recommended by Barcelona and PSG, a must buy from Lionel Messi himself.
Wow.
So Sunderland is heavily invested in the youth still. They want to invest in the youth as much as they can as well. There could be 4 to 6 players coming in. That was confirmed on behalf of what my talking was with someone from the club where I done my little talking the other day. And also as well, we can be seeing a lot more of a change, the style of formation, maybe. Reggie has confirmed that the back 5 is an alternative option, not his main priority option. It is going to be a 4-2-3-1. We could be looking for another number 10 midfielder for back of Enzo Lefebvre. But however, that's enough of the paper talk, guys. The transfer roundup. There's a lot more stuff happening as well. We also got players. Well, I said players might be speculated to leave and all that. There's one definite exit has been confirmed. Paul Wilson's already dropped it in. Arthur Masuaku, after he comes back from AFCON, his contract will be terminated. So if we lose Serkin and Masuaku, do you think we're going in for a new left back?
Yes, we'll be looking for a new left back in January. It's common sense, really.
Yeah. But that's enough of the transfer roundup. Brad, what's your score prediction for Leeds?
2-1. 2-1.
I think it's going to be like a 1-0 win for us. We'll score a goal, we'll park the bus.
And to be honest, if it was that goal for Leeds, I'll say a Calvert-Lewin. Yeah.
But mind you, before we head off, guys, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Please share the channel with your mum, dad, dog, pet, cat, grandma, the old lady down the street. Please share. It doesn't cost a penny. And help us. We had an aim to get a certain target by the end of the year. We haven't hit it, so this is going to continue until the end of the season. So please, guys, smash a like, subscribe, and share. And honest God, from myself and Brad, have a lovely Christmas.
Have a great Christmas, guys. Yes.
We'll have a lovely Macam Christmas at least. Remember, we beat the Mags. We're going in, and we go after this will be the last live before New Year. The live after this. So please share around that next live, guys. Want to be a big one, and have a lovely night. Ciao, ciao.
Take care, everyone. Goodbye. Peace.